Hey everybody, this is Purge. I'm bringing you guys a pro gameplay. We're going to be watching Dignitas versus Western Wolves, and this is for the Star Series tournament. I believe it's being ran by Star Casting, something. Can't remember. That's bad. Star Ladder, that's it. Star Ladder's Star Series is what the tournament is called. Star Ladder is the organization that some of the Russian casters cast for, namely Volat and Casper, I believe. And there may be another one, Versuta as well. I don't know if he's actually with them or not quite sure. But this is their tournament. It has started up recently. I literally cast a couple of these every single day today. It's only going to be one game, but we are going to be seeing some fun times here. Dignitas, if you guys aren't aware of them, they have one of the best League of Legends teams in the world. I'm aware of that much. And they also have a very, very good Dota 2 team as well. Dignitas, by far one of the best teams right now. Probably top 5, I would say. Top 5, top 6, guaranteed. So very, very talented players there. And on the right side, we have Western Wolves. Whoops, they have been around for a while as well. Previously, they were actually a Dota 1 team when I first started casting about a year ago now, or at least 9 or 10 months ago. They used to be Virus. It was a French esports organization that was around for a while. And they eventually dropped sponsorship there, and I don't know if Western Wolves is a clan sponsor, but I'm assuming it is. I can't remember. I don't quite remember if they are officially sponsored or not. But primarily French players. They did actually pick up Leaf recently. You guys will probably remember Leaf from my player spotlight. He's no longer on Team Panzer. They've more or less disbanded, I believe, and he wanted to move on to a better team. So he has joined Western Wolves now. And yeah, I think that's about it for roster changes. So, well-known players. Radiant Team Come With Me is a very popular streamer, I believe. I don't know if he's an own 3D streamer or Twitch stream, but I'm sure you guys can find that on various websites. On top of that, there are all a couple other great players on his team, including Leon or Lion. I'm not really sure which one it is, but Leon, Coco, and as well as Freezer. So, yeah, first round bans. I think I've done plenty of introducing for both of these guys. We can get back on there. Somebody saying Come With Me is on Twitch TV, so that sounds great. But first round bans, we have a Chen as well as a Tidehunter and a Darkseer. That is the first round. On the Dire team, we have a Anti-Mage as well as a Sand King as well as a Broodmother. So those are the first round bans. Nature's Prophet's going to squeak on through here. Most likely going to get first picked. If not, the other team is going to pick them up. Another possibility is Windrunner, another really, really good hero, and Invoker, of course. I completely forgot about Invoker, but that's what happens sometimes. So it will be an Invoker first pick for Dignitas. Nature's Prophet will be grabbed by Western Wolves. Maybe we'll see something like a Venomancer as well go for them, just to boost up their pushing power a lot. I think they're going to have to be a little bit worried about the pushing power coming out of them, and Western Wolves also going to have to be concerned with a hero like Invoker. So Enchantress is going to get drafted though, and that's going to allow them to push very, very well. We'll see how that turns out. 2 picks now coming out of Dignitas. Most likely going to go for something counter pushy in a way. I think maybe a Venomancer would be a pretty smart pickup. No, it's probably going to be a Windrunner for sure. If Dignitas does not pick up Windrunner right here, I'll be quite confused about that. Windrunner probably the best next hero that's sitting around. They're going to probably... she's a very good solo laner. Dignitas will almost surely throw her on the top lane, and there she is. She does get picked up. Anyways, Windrunner picked up by the Radiant team as well as a Crystal Maiden. Dire team going to draft a Shadow Shaman now. Very great pick. So far they have a lot of pushing heroes. Enchantress's pushing isn't as sustaining as someone like a Chen's because the creeps do time out. But Shadow Shaman can go on the mid lane, farm up some decent levels, and then pick up that level 6, and then transfer to a lane, drop the wards, and pick up towers after getting a kill there, if ideally. He also has a very, very nice transition because of Hex as well as Shackle. Very great abilities for disabling anybody in the late game or even in the early to mid game. Once he gets that Blink Dagger, things like that can be very, very crucial. Crystal Maiden for the Dignitas, though, a little interesting, but she's still probably one of the most powerful and played supports just because she does have 2 disables, both having an AoE slow as well as a Frostbite ability, which is an entangle. Not technically a stun, but those are the options. So bands coming out now. We're going to see a Pugna on the Dire team as well as a Venomancer for the Radiant team. Venomancer is able to drop down those Venomous Gales, which is a really, really powerful slow. The damage isn't that significant, but usually you just keep it at level 1 because you want the slow more than anything else. Also, Venomancer has those very powerful wards, which are great for pushing and counter-pushing, so allowing the Dire team to pick that up would have been pretty dangerous. They also banned out a Vengeful Spirit because they're also looking for a second support hero, and Venge Swap is very great for pushing, because if you can get a free pick-off on a hero right out the bat with a swap and a stun, then you're allowed to push 5v4, and you're almost always going to have a successful push at that point. So, alright, so the other bands coming out, we're going to see a Pugna as well as an Earthshaker. Pugna, a very strong solo mid hero. His Nether Ward is really, really annoying for Shadow Shaman to play against, because if he fights within the ward, he gets a big burst of nuke damage, and it drains his mana. And the last ban was an Earthshaker, also a good counter push hero. So that's exactly what Western Wolves is going for. Counter push heroes, they want to make sure that the Radiant team doesn't have the options to slow down their pushes. They do have a Power Shot from the Windrunner, and the Crystal Nova from Crystal Maiden is also very, very good at counter pushing. But past that, they're looking at about Eidolons and maybe a farmed up Invoker. So those are your trade-offs. Alright, Enigma will be drafted by Dignitas now. Most likely going to see him in a jungle role to grab a lot of Eidolons. Black Hole will be a possibility as well. And wow, they're going to draft an Axe. I haven't actually seen an Axe in a pro game yet, but for good reason, guys. This is the latest version. Battle Hunger is extremely good. It really is. It's amazing. It's a very, very strong skill. It does tons of damage if you can't get a last hit on a creep, and that's the situational part about it. If the Battle Hunger goes down on you and you get a last hit on a creep, it stops. But if it does continue on you and it's maxed out, it does like 500 damage or something ridiculous like that. It's a really powerful nuke. It provides a slow as well, and it's about damn time that I saw an Axe in a pro game, so pretty excited to see how this goes. Chat is exploding as well, so for good reason. It's pretty fun. We'll see how this ends up turning out for Dignitas. They'll probably put him in a lane, most likely. I'm guessing it's going to be Axe supported by Crystal Maiden, I think would be pretty smart. Throw Windrunner top, Invoker mid, and then Axe Crystal Maiden bot with an Enigma in the jungle. I can pretty much guarantee that's what the picks for Dignitas are going to be. There's a possibility it could be Axe Crystal Maiden go top, but I'd be a little surprised. And Western Wolves is surprisingly going to go for a Sven here. A little curious about why they went for this option. Sven he has a good AoE stun. Past that, and his ulti is very good, but his other two skills are kind of lackluster. His speed burst is pretty decent. The Warcry here, it gives him a armor boost as well as a movement speed boost to his allies. And the armor is nice because then Axe's spins do less damage, because Axe's spin is physical damage. And additionally, Sven will in a way counter Axe because he will boost up his damage by a crapload with God Strength. So if he goes in more of a support or a hard carry role, which it doesn't look like he's going to be doing, he would be able to chip away Axe pretty decently and be worth it for the exchanges. But we'll see what they go for that. I'm a little hesitant about Western Wolves' picks. I think Dignitas has a very, very smart lineup, so we'll see how it goes. This can come with me playing the Windrunner on the top lane. He is going for a fast Ring of Basilius, absolutely great item choice. Coco is on the mid lane playing the Crystal Maiden. Leon or Lion playing the Axe. Sony Ace is going to be playing the Enigma. He is in the jungle. And the final here is going to be Freezer. Invoker actually going to be soloing the bot lane. So I like this lane setup as well. Crystal Maiden as well as the Axes, I did call that one, but they are going down the mid lane instead. But that's still very, very strong. They really want to shut down the Shadow Shaman, and that's what they're going to attempt to do here. If you can shut down the Shadow Shaman, that is a lot of the strength of the Dire team. They're still going to have like a Priest of the Moon and stuff like that, but if you get a Nature's Prophet and an Enchantress behind, and their Shadow Shaman isn't doing that great, you're looking really good for the game. So, for Western Wolves, we have Funzy going to be playing a Nature's Prophet. Shaksta is on the Mirana. We have Leaf playing the Shadow Shaman. He's a great Shadow Shaman player. And finally, Effie and Mad going to be playing Enchantress, and Phoenix is on the Sven. So, maybe he is actually getting farm. No, it is going to be Priest of the Moon getting the farm. There will be follow-up. So, at the very least, they will have a 2-second stun from the Stormhammer, and they will be able to land an arrow on top of that. It's probably what they're going to try to do here, while they take a really, really fast tower. Invoker's actually going to have a pretty tough time on the bot lane down here in a lot of ways, so I am not too envious of his position by any means. He probably thinks he's getting an easy solo, but that's absolutely not going to be the case. And the first creep waves actually gets pulled back. Where did they go? Why is there... Okay, oh, sorry. Great blocking by Freezer. What he allowed this to do is the range creep was the first one to die, and then the wave will push towards him, which is exactly what he wants to do at all times. So he's going to have to be very careful. I like his item choices here. A little bit more survivable. Oftentimes we see Invokers going for just a Blades of Attack and a Ironwood Branch for the most last hitting power, but in a lane matchup like this where he has to worry about a Sven and an Enchantress diving him, this is a very smart decision. And the dive will be coming shortly. There's a Centaur up for effing Mad in there thinking about it. The attacks are going to come past. Are they going to dive it? They are going to. Centaur will lead the way. I'm waiting for it. I know they're going to do it. Leon getting some last hits in the mid lane. Here comes the dive. Centaur taking tower damage Freezer trying to go for the juke, but he's taking good hits. There's the first stun. There's the arrows, though. 1 second disable. The center will stun, and way too much disable coming there. Easy kill. Mirana picks up the first blood. Shocksta getting that one. Great play there from Western Wolf so far. I love that decision making. And there's the Warcry going to boost up the armor of all these creeps for a very short period of time here. They will clear the next creep wave and try to take this tower out as fast as possible. They may also shift into the jungle and go for a gank on the Enigma. If you can stop Enigma's farm early, it's actually really great towards screwing over how long it takes for him to get a soul ring. And if he doesn't have a soul ring, his mana can get actually pretty picked off. So tower will be going down quite faster, especially with the Centaur con up. It does 15% attack speed aura, so all of these creeps attacking a little bit faster here, and the tower will go down. There's the glyph, and last hit will go to Mirana. Great last hitting. It's so hard to get those last hits early in the game like this, but here comes the Enigma looking for a gank possibly. They're going to find Crystal Maiden. There's a stun on Crystal Maiden. Arrow comes through, will land. She's not going to get any abilities off. Big play there for Western Wolves. Oh, almost casting, but not able to get it. There's an enchant now going on Enigma. Nature's Prophet teleporting in to support this. Funzy will get the sprout off Mirana. Kills Crystal Maiden. That's already happened, but Enigma will drop, and not looking good for Dignitas so far. Leap forward past. They'll give a little bit of movement speed, but they don't have any more disables. They're just going to do as much damage as possible here to Freezer. And he's down to 100, or 200, sorry. He's going to pop his salve there. And Western Wolves off to a great start here. 3-0 currently, 233 in the middle of the game here, and Enchantress is going to find some new creeps and probably keep pushing this. Sven healing up his mana pool with a Clarity Potion, and Freezer now in the mid lane with the Invoker. I think this really messed up Dignitas' lanes a lot. The fact that they put the Invoker on the bot lane, if that would have been Crystal Maiden as well as Axe upon the first dive, I think they would have had a much better chance. But since it was a solo Invoker, that was pretty easy for him to get picked off there.
It's all the same to me.
Axe backing up, being a little careful. He's got 2 levels of Battle Hunger. Doesn't have any mana regen, but he does have Boots actually, which is a pretty nice adjustment. This way he can stay close to enemies while he pursues them. Going after the Enigma now, but Axe is coming. There's the Battle Hunger on Enchantress. She's got to be pretty careful. Going to be trying to get this last hit. Will she be able to? She does not grab it. That was actually the Troll Warlord stealing the kill from her. That's pretty funny. That was her own creep stealing that kill, and as a result, the Battle Hunger did not get disabled. It will be off cooldown in 2 more seconds. There's the heal popped. Only level 1 heal, and there's the stun now from Leon. Are we going to see more pursue? I think he should go Battle Hunger. There it is on the Enchantress chasing now. Arrow comes through. There's a random Flying Courier. Can they kill the Flying Courier? Not going to happen. Enigma now running away. Axe is still trying to escape, but he does have Boots up on these guys. Gets a little blocked by the Crystal Maiden, and she's going to end up sacrificing herself for that one. Lion might go back in, though, hoping for a couple splits, and is he going to get any spins? Nothing. Yep, great power shot from the Windrunner. Finally gets a spin off. Will be able to shackle Leaf, but not going to have any mana for a power shot now, and Leon's still trying to pursue this. Windrunner's going to wait for a good opportunity. Freezer not having a cold snap quite yet, but they will get this without even needing to. And 2-4 now for Dignitas, doing pretty decent. Going to clear the creep wave, and Enigma will now run away, getting a couple more last hits. He does have enough for a soul ring at least, but kind of a dangerous situation for him. Good play so far by Dignitas. Axe absolutely playing that well. He's got a single level Berserker's Call now, and you do want to pick one of these up early. The duration is a second and a half, so the disable duration is pretty appropriate. There's a slow and a leap from Shocksta. He's going to back up. Phase Boot's already finished at 4 minutes. That is so dangerous, man. Plus 24 damage, plus the great movement speed is so nice and useful. Shadow Shaman will bottle up an Illusion Rune. He has Boots up as well. Freezer now level 4. He's actually going to be going for an EMP Tornado build most likely, because he has picked up that Wex. But this is the latest version, so the EMP has been nerfed. There's the Frostbite, couple hits. He's got 4-second cooldown to leap. Is he going to make it? I think he will, unless we see another Battle Hunger. No, he doesn't have the mana. He did actually last hit a creep there, I believe, so very nicely done, considering the fact that Battle Hunger is on cooldown. So very important. If he wouldn't have gotten that last hit, most likely would have died, and now he can't really stay in his lane much longer. He does have Tangos, but if he comes back, Axe is just going to cast the Battle Hunger. They might need to really boost up the mana of this, I think. Might be wise to do. It used to be very expensive, but they adjusted that. And looks like Western Wolves getting a kill in the top lane now. Able to pick off the Windrunner. She does go down. Just Boots and Basilius on her, but getting behind. A little bit of stun from Sven. 2-second stun. It's very, very nice, because that gives you 2 whole seconds to get the Centaur in position. That's the main reason. If you have 2-second stuns, you have a little bit extra, more than a bench stun, or more than Crystal Maiden disable. So kind of a nice ganking lineup with the Sven coupled with that Enchantress, purely because that disable is higher, and he will transition to more of a semi-carry role as the game continues. Power Shot will do some damage to him, though, but they will try to get the last hit. The Shackle will land, but Windrunner will have to be forced to get back, and Nature's Prophet picking up that last hit. So 2-tower advantage now for Western Wolves. 3-man defense on the mid lane. So regen for Shadow Shaman now. He's probably level 6, and he is. With that regen rune, I'm going to expect Enchantress to grab a new creep. They're going to immediately shift towards the mid lane and take their 3rd tower here to keep their gold advantage high. And if we look at the graph, there it is. Just about 4.5 or 3.5k advantage. Illusions are going to tank the tower a little bit, mostly useless at this point. And he's going to probably maybe zap this. Enigma on the high ground. Soul Ring is up. Going to be looking for the stun. Oop, they have vision. Yeah, this is actually a dire ward. They're looking for an opportunity here, but luckily Sony Ace backed up. There's the Tornado, going to get a disable off Crystal Maiden. We'll drop the Frost Nova. Phoenix in some issue. Power Shot not quite far enough. There's the Hex from Leaf. And he's going to back up from that. He does not actually want to spend all of his mana pool on this. He could have maybe gone on the Invoker, but whether or not he could have killed him is unlikely. He probably could have gotten a Invoke up for a Ghost Walk or something like that. Not guaranteed, but he's only level 5 so far, and that's not typical at all. A level 5 Invoker at this point in the game when he started off solo, not usual at all. It's going to be Smoke for Come With Me used on the Crystal Maiden as well, level 4. She does have 1 level of Arcane Aura, which will provide them some nice mana boost. Nothing really drastic, but it'll be a nice little adjustment. And Come With Me actually went for a bottle this game on a Windrunner, which isn't the most typical item pickup ever. Now Axe picking up a faster Urn. I actually love this this combo here. Once he gets Urn charges, he can then use an Urn as well as a Battle Hunger on an enemy while he chases them slowly, and it ends up doing a crap load of damage. Also gives him a nice little mana boost, 50% there, and that allows him to cast more often anyways. We're going to see Phoenix put down a ward. He's got a magic wand, or a magic stick, sorry, with a boots. And Mirana will continue to push this. If Leon or Lion spammed his Battle Hunger, all we would see is probably a Star Storm coming out of the Axe. The arrow's going to land now, double stun, a little bit of overstack. Nature's Prophet comes in through as well. He's going to spend a decent amount there, but there's the call, and will it be enough? No, Axe gets picked off, and great play so far by Western Wolves. Yeah, Sven realized there's nothing he's going to be able to last. He needs to get a deny. Pops the wand. Needs to deny something. Is he going to TP out? The TP was passed, but he still hasn't used it. TP out. What is he doing? Oh, he's going to survive. Okay. Ooh. Battle Hunger, man. It's good. It is really good. He could have teleported out, but I think he realized he was going to survive. That was really close, though. Had to pop a couple wands for that one. There's the Tornado now on Leaf. He's going to pop the regen rune. The wards are down defensively. He knew that if he didn't drop those wards, he would have died. Wow. Barely escaping there. Great play by Sony Ace, realizing, oh god, he popped the wards. Got to run away. And also good play by Leaf as well. If he went to drop the wards, he would have been dead there. Follow up from Enigma and a couple hits there, and he would not have survived that. So he's going to have to use all of his bottle to get healed up. On the bright side, it will clear this creep wave, but on the downside, he's not going to be able to use those to kill a tower now. Enigma actually finding, Priest of the Moon finding the Enigma with an arrow, I think. Yeah, did use that arrow to score a kill on the very low HP Enigma. Tower now taking some damage. And Effing Mad picking up a really fast point booster here. Not opting to get the Arcane Boots, but I think this is a pretty smart choice. Arcane would give you more mana by far. Point Booster only giving 150. Arcane Boots giving you, I think, plus 250, if I remember correctly. Yeah, plus 250 there. And obviously, Arcane will give you more mana over time, but this is going to help fill your HP gap in the early game, and I think that's a smart decision. That's something that we see very often on Enchantress players. Almost always is a fast Arcane, but I think this has some merit as well. Looks like Nature's Prophet back up on the top lane pushing it. He does actually have a Hand of Midas, a little surprising. Haven't seen a Hand of Midas in a while for a Nature's Prophet, but there are other heroes that can pick up mechanisms and things like that, so I think he's going to be more concerned with something like a Sheep Stick, especially against like an Invoker and a Windrunner. It's a very powerful tool. A lot of Radiant people in their own jungle. Priest of the Moon is around, going to be looking for a possible kill. She's got very good items here. A Magic Wand with the Wraith Band, as well as a bottle, probably going for a fast Manta style, and just Boots of Elven Skin up right now, but that's going to give her plus 6 damage. A little bit of pressure from the mid lane. Ursa might scout out some heroes, not going to spot anybody though. And they're still hanging out, still just a Magic Wand on Sven. 2 levels of Warcry, so it looks like he's going to be maxing that semi-evenly. Probably will max Stormhammer first, but after that point, probably a max Warcry. The cooldown does get decreased by quite a bit. And most importantly, our bonus armor is quite good. Plus 12 armor, and that lasts for 8 seconds now. It's actually pretty significant in a team fight. Looks like we found Enigma once again. Is that an arrow landing? What is he doing to make all these arrows land like crazy, man? Kills Enigma twice now with those arrows. Sorry, did Enchantress get that? How did Enchantress get that kill? Was that Ursa? Was there an Ursa? I have no idea. I think there was a creep down here that happened to snag that kill. Pretty weird stuff, but able to score that is absolutely fine. Bracer up on Invoker now. He's only level 7, once again, absolutely underleveled based on that really early aggression from Western Wolves. And that really is going to make a giant impact on this game. It's very typical for an Invoker at 11 minutes to probably be more like level 10. And he needs farm as well as levels to contribute appropriately. He just now is able to get his level 2 Invoke, so he will have two Invokes up at the same time. And Mirana back on the bot lane, going to continue getting free farm. She's been doing really, really good so far. Haven't seen quite enough contribution out of the Axe so far. Battle Hunger is really, really good. By no means is it bad, but he's actually going to go for some Arcane Boots to increase his mana pool even higher. A little interesting. There may be some aggression coming from Dignitas, though. They might want to take this tower. Going to see a little bit of despawn from that Dark Troll Warlord. And Western Wolf still ready to defend this, so they still have a Stormhammer, that's AoE of course, and Ether Shock, one of the best anti-pushing spells in the game. It's a little dangerous to use, but it is wonderful for that. Radiant team on the high ground, now they're smoked up. It's just going to be Windrunner giving vision though. Crystal Maiden not aware. And it looks like, is the Dire team going to be scared? They will see the Windrunner, but they did not see the other three of course, because they were smoked up, but it looks like they're all playing pretty safe now. They may just switch around and look for another kill. Nature's Prophet, 10-second cooldown left on his Hand of Midas. They're probably thinking about diving this Sven. They are going to go for it. So here comes the tower dive. Ooh. Shadow Shaman's going to be there as well, though. They do get vision of Axe. Tornado comes through. TP support. It's going to be Priest of the Moon with the double damage. Here comes the arrow. There's the leap first, actually. Warcry goes down as well. The arrow will land. It's actually going to completely land with an impetus or an impetus from Enchantress. An easy kill at Axe. Axe not able to do anything yet this game. Another kill going down as well. Nature's Prophet killing an Enigma. I don't know if he uses ulti or what, but able to get that kill. A little surprising considering he just has a Hand of Midas right now. He's going to use that Hand of Midas on a Treant. And more aggression coming for the bot lane. Invoker will take one double damage hit. Tornado from the Wildkin is going to provide some great vision. And they are likely to take this tower now. Arrow will come through once again. How many magic arrows is he going to shoot in one game? I don't know. Tower will get last hit. Enchantress gets the last hit. Cold Snap did go down to Mirana, I believe, but he leapt away absolutely fine. He is getting very close to his Yasha. And it's not looking good for Dignitas here. Great play from Western Wolves so far. They had the great ganks at the start of the game to shut down the Invoker, and they've just kind of kept it up here. And also, they haven't allowed the Axe to get running either. He's kind of a weird hero that has a lot of early game possibilities, but at this point, when he's gotten killed 2 or 3 times, his level advantage isn't that high. He doesn't have his Vanguard finished either, and it's going to make it a lot harder for him to contribute in these upcoming games. Now the Battle Hunger does go down on Sven, so as you can see it's doing a crap load of damage, but ooh, he tried to get a last hit but was not able to, and now's the point where he's probably going to die for sure. The Battle Hunger has gone down. You cannot actually deny him. I think that should be deniable. They really should make that ability deniable, but Axe is going to get killed, or get the kill, and that is why Axe is so annoying, because he can just throw down those Battle Hungers. If you mess up your last hit, then all of a sudden you have to make a decision between running back to base and getting a last hit, and there's no last hit, so all of a sudden he can just reapply for a couple hundred damage, and it's going to be easy kill. Nature's Prophet killing Windrunner? Are you kidding me? What is going on here with Funzy? There was a Centaur, so Centaur able to get a stun off, and apparently he did pop a mechanism to make the Windrunner overestimate, but there's the Cold Snap now. Funzy likely to die. Nice stun on the Centaur. He's looking for the Sprout, but not able to get it. And one more last hit, one more, and he will get it. Nice arrow from Shocksta as well to the TPN and the Yasha. Great play by Western Wolves so far, really supporting their allies here. And absolutely, Smirano doing really great this game. Maybe we're going to see more and more resurgence of the Priest of the Moon to 5-0-3 so far, landing those arrows with Starstorm follow-up and lots of physical damage coming out of FaZe and Yasha, and that is pretty amazing. Great plays so far. Coco on the high ground now. 2 levels of aura, a little atypical. Most Crystal Maidens now just go max Crystal Nova with Frostbite with maybe 1 Arcane Aura. I've even seen some players just completely skip it, which is a little interesting. But when you're behind like this, sometimes the less mana can be an issue. There's going to be a ward go down by Phoenix. I love this ward placement. This is going to allow them to push towards this tier 2 tower and give complete vision behind it, as well as leading up to it. And it's not a very typical place to be expected on a ward location. But so far, support Sven happens to be working out. He does have sentry wards as well for any counter warding that he may want to do. There's actually a counter ward up for the Radiant team up here. There's another observer ward place. This ward also very, very good for pushing towards these tier 2 towers. So it's very important for teams to adjust based on these playstyles. Enigma's going to find some heroes. So there's the Malefice. Oh, that was a Black Hole disable. Huge stun from Phoenix there. Pretty big loss there for Sony Ace. And there's the ulti from Nature's Prophet coming through, as well as a mech being popped to heal up based on that Battle Hunger. But Power Shot will actually land on the Sven, putting him in some trouble. Nice Shackle, going to catch them to one another. Windrunner may try to, yeah, he's just going to get one hit on that and back up. And Western Wolves may try to fight. So with these two wards in position, they basically have perfect vision of both towers that they may ever want to push. And Priest of the Moon can now be really aggressive. Windrunner will come around behind, possibly getting a shackle off, and it's actually not going to land. Great positioning by Priest of the Moon. Ran a little bit to the right to prevent the latch. The latch doesn't go quite that far, so... But yeah, with these wards up, they can see when the heroes are coming. Sven will stun on the Enigma. Wards go down as well. There's an EMP, but it's actually not going to land on anybody there. And with those wards up, they're going to do quite a bunch of creep damage. I think they're going to have to actually back up from this. There's the heal. No shackle on Sven now. Battle Hunger is reapplied, looking for a stun target. There's the tornado now, and Sven's going to be in some trouble. He's probably going to have to stun and run, otherwise he will die stun. No, he doesn't get the stun off. Ends up getting picked off. Another Battle Hunger, and now they're going to be chasing Enchantress. She is very slow. Arrow comes through. Will land on the Enigma. Is he going to go for it? Yeah, there's the leap. Zap. Great play so far. Coco going to go down as well. Great shackle now. Freezer doing good damage. EMP. Ooh, the Culling Blade a little bit too early there, and Leaf able to survive, but the Battle Hunger will guarantee that kill there as well with the Urn. He will try to trade, but it's not going to happen. Shadow Shaman gets killed. Looks like Enchantress did end up dying. Priest of the Moon trying to survive to the Invoker, but will it happen? Ooh, Tornado will land. That's going to be it. I think one hit. Ooh, it gets leapt. Wow, great play by Shakska. That is amazing play. Very nicely done. Freezer maybe in a little... Oh, man, Arrow lands now, and he's going to be coming back from it. A couple last hits. He's going to back up just in case Freezer goes for the kill. And he is going for it. One hit. Oh, the cold snap. Shakska, if he would have done that, though, that would have been so amazing. He's going to TP out, almost making epic plays. Should have thrown one extra attack before he ran away. And Invoker, fast fingers there. It's tough to react that fast if somebody just barely appears out of the darkness there. But he gets the cold snap off, scores the kill with that one little tap, and there's nothing that he could have done without that, other than just like try to not to make something amazing happen. But oh well, sad day. Still great plays though by Priest of the Moon. That was really well done. Leapt away from the last hit that was going to kill him. Just stuff like that. Great play. Looks like Nature's Prophet thinking about teleporting to the top lane. Effing Mad is in the jungle still. He's going straight for his Aghanim Scepter, not even going to bother with an Arcane Boots or anything like that. There's a Blink Dagger up on Shadow Shaman. He's got a Point Booster as well as an Arcane Boots. And Sven now level 6, actually not going to pick up his ulti. A little interesting. I didn't actually expect him to level these evenly. His ulti is actually very powerful, but in some ways I think this is a good decision. So if we look at why he's not getting his ulti, it's because he only has 891 HP. Does he really want to go into melee range? Probably not. I think that's on average not going to be a good decision. There's going to be smoke up. Radiant team did not have any wards of that. They're going to try to squeeze in behind both Axe and Windrunner here, but are they going to get there in time? I don't think Windrunner will get caught. There may be a power... Ooh, they will get behind. I don't know if they're going to get there in time, and here comes the chase. There's the Blink, there's the Hex now. Shackle will be falling up shortly, and there's the Shackle. Easy kills. Nobody wastes any of their mana that needs to. Shadow Shaman spends both a Hex and a Shackle, but absolutely good trade there. 5 versus 4 coming. Arrow will shoot through. Are we going to see more epic arrows? Not actually going to land on Dignitas this time. There's a Tornado coming through now. EMP as well. And will not actually drain the mana of Mirana. Ward's doing good tower damage, but they are being last hit by Dignitas. Very smart decision making, but the tower will get last hit by Nature's Prophet. Sven trying to survive here, looking for a last hit. He needs to get something, and he does not actually get it. Are we going to see a stun? There are Battle Hungers on 3 heroes right now. Man, Axe is so nasty. Every single one of these heroes is going to take at least 300 to 400 damage. Yeah, let's look at the number actually. That's 19 seconds for 33 damage, so that's more or less 20, which is more or less 10 times 2, yeah, about 660, about 600 damage, yeah, it does 600 damage there. And there's the stun, mid-tower going to get picked off as well. Priest of the Moon gets lasted on that one. Windrunner looking for a Shackle, but the leap back, and now the chase, but not going to be able to get anything, so wow, 600 damage per Battle Hunger if it does not get shut down. That is a huge deal. Alright, Sven TP's out, he's got 1,000 gold. Is he actually going to gasp, buy power treads or something? Spend money on something other than Observer wards and Sentry wards. And this is what we see on a lot of support heroes nowadays. But it does make good accomplishments, you know? They constantly have vision behind the enemy towers with both of these wards. They have a tower advantage now. They make sure that they don't get overestimated or they don't get caught off by a couple of heroes. Just really cool stuff. Nature's Prophet now. He did go for Mechanism, though. Still using the Hand on Midas. He's getting closer to a Sheep Stick. Nature's Prophet ulti will be used to push. At this point, they want to push really hard. They don't have to really worry about getting out carried because they have both a Priest of the Moon and they have a Shadow Shaman and a Nature's Prophet. Not that Sven is getting anywhere close a hard carry roll. He's actually going to go for Arcane Boots, so you can spam a little bit more. I like this. So he's not anywhere near a semi-carry roll, but he does hypothetically have that ability. So Probably won't see him able to contribute that because his farm is so low, but that's okay. Priest of the Moon definitely will be doing a semi-carry. Is going to be doing pretty well against heroes like Axe. Axe actually close to his Vanguard finally. He will be buying his Ring of Health semi-soon. Vanguard, one of the best Axe items in the entire game. And yeah, just a little bit of jungling going on in the meantime for Western Wolves. Always good to spread out your pushes with a little bit of farming. It's very, very good to do that. There's 1700 gold up on Shadow Shaman. Is he going to get an Aghanim Scepter, I think is the question. And I think in this game, it's not really... Or, I'm sorry, a Black King Bar is what I was considering. I don't think it's really worth him to get a Black King Bar this game. The reason is, Enigma's Malefice will go through that. Well, it won't, but you can Malefice. Black Hole goes through BKB. Axe's Battle Hunger, I'm not sure if that does go through BKB, but Call of the Wild, or Berserker's Call, sorry, does go through BKB. And finally, it's Crystal Maiden, a little bit of Invoker spells, and a possible Windrunner Shackle. It's hard to say. He might go straight for an Aghanim Scepter. He might get a Black King Bar, and he's actually going to go for a Mythril Hammer, so he will be making a BKB this game. Going to disable the Roshan. Serpent Ward's doing plenty of damage, and Enchantress has her Aghanims finished, so that increases her attack range up to 715 now. And additionally, it will make her Impetus do a lot more damage. Mirana will pick up the Roshan. She does have her Manta style, so plenty of damage being done. And Dignitas will try to take this tower. There's a blink back by Leaf, a little cheap that you can blink after the... Ooh, a little bit of miss Force Staff there. A little bit of miscommunication. He wanted to Force Staff the Windrunner forward to get the Shackle off, but it didn't happen. Priest of the Moon did ulti though. There's a little bit of spawns and TPs coming, and are they going to initiate? There's the Hex. Well, I don't know what Windrunner's doing, but here comes the follow-up stun. There's the Shackle Cold Feet as well. Phoenix is going to end up dying. Maybe he pops his wand. He does do Warcry, but it's going to be a little bit too much there. He does get picked off. The Pursuit is coming. Priest of the Moon actually right-clicking creeps a little bit of miss micro. But the Impetus doing plenty. Going to have a leap now. And Shadow Shaman will be chasing as well. They have some movement speed bonus, but yeah, Invoker's so fast. He actually used one of his drum charges, and Leon playing the Axe actually went straight for the Blink Dagger, opting not for the Vanguard. But that's a very smart decision. He's actually able to do Berserker's Call initiations now. Something that all of the Dire team will have to worry about. That most of their armors are actually quite low here. Nature's Prophet looking good, Priest of the Moon is fine, but Shadow Shaman and even Sven right now, kind of low armors, unless he pops the Battle Cry, or the War Cry, sorry. Still, no God Strength. But once again, still I think it's worth it.
Magic.
He should get it now, guaranteed. he should probably go God Strength with stats, I think, for the rest of the game. Great Cleave is okay, but it's not really that great if you're playing a support role. The damage contribution that it's going to put out is not enough, especially when your HP is this low. When your HP is this low, it's usually a lot better just to pick up some stat levels, because every point you grab gives you about 40 HP as well as 26 mana, I believe, and a little bit of attack speed and armor, just a very small amount. Enigma looks like he's going for a Black King Bar. Windrunner's going to power shot through. And Crystal Maiden on the low ground. Absolutely crap items. I don't agree with this 3 levels of Arcane Aura at all. I don't know how many Arcane Boots we have. Just 1, I believe, on that Axe. Windrunner with Phase Mech, but 3, I believe, is the overkill. That could be a Crystal Nova level. That could be a Frostbite level. This was kind of the go-to Crystal Maiden build before Arcane Boots existed in the game, but ever since then there's been a lot of adjustment, basically, in preference for that ability. And it's not like they're up against any mana drainers either, so if you're up against a Invoker, I would say, okay, let it go. If it was an Anti-Mage, maybe, okay, let it go. But in this case, I think these stat points are a little bit wasted.
Invisibility.
Mirana's going to find an Invisibility, 1600 gold. Look at the gold graph as well, I'm sure you guys are curious. 12k and climbing. And if you look at CS as well, actually we'll watch right after Frieza gets ganked here. Priest Moon will get in position with that invisibility. Coco is also there though, so they will maybe scout this out. And let's check the CS then. We have 111 on Come With Me playing the Windrunner, 103 on the Invoker, 76 on Enigma, 83 on Axe. And for the Dire team, 74 Enchant, 115 Nature's Prophet, 103 Mirana, and 106 for Shadow Shaman. So pretty good numbers all the way around. Radiant team will have to defend the racks pretty upcoming here. There's a little bit of drawing. They basically say, don't go past this line and farm the entire map, is pretty much what they want to do now. And this is basically the map control that they've gained from taking every Radiant tower. Now the Radiant team doesn't really feel safe pushing out of their base. This is the only zone in the game where they know the enemy team is not there, and it's their base. They could be anywhere else. They could be smoked. They could have Priest of the Moon illusions. They do, invisibility. They do have an Observer ward up in this place, or in this position, which will give them a little bit of sight in the jungle, so they can farm this camp pretty safely. And this ward up on the high ground as well will possibly allow them to farm this camp, or just generally push out the creep camp to here. So at the very least they have that, and that is exactly where they're farming right now. They're farming a little bit up in the mid lane and 1 or 2 camps in the jungle. But pretty much just this camp, while the Dire team completely takes control of their entire jungle, half of their jungle, as well as the ancient creeps, and the possibility of taking Roshan. So that's exactly what it means to have really good map control in Dota 2. Phoenix on the high ground. He will actually get spotted. Coco maybe thinking about going for the disable, but he's going to be running away. There's the TP coming from Windrunner. They're going to be pursuing this, trying to get the kill. And there is the Warcry giving him the movement speed. Are we going to see a Shackle? As long as he stays in the middle of the lane and opposites whatever the Windrunner goes for the Shackle, she's going to be absolutely fine. There's the mini stun disable and the Priest of Moon illusion. I'm sorry, ulti now being popped. Nature's Prophet will also pop the ulti. And Sven thinking about going. There's a Sentry Ward. Yeah, that is a Radiant Sentry Ward. This is a power shot. And she knows which way he went. Is the Shackle going to come? Ooh, very close. He almost casted that there. He was on cooldown, but not able to get the disable off. He's going to be trapped within that creep, and the Dire team still farming. So if we look at the graph now, it's going to be jumping up even farther, and there it is. Farming all of the lanes, doing a very great job with that one. Nature's Prophet does have his sheep up, taking every farm possible. Most of Dignitas is just standing around right now, but that's because they can't do anything else. There's a 4-staff up on Invoker, so he's quite farmed. If we look at the rest of the farm in the game, I know these overlays are horrible, so we can't really see a whole lot, but I'll try to keep some eyes on the action. If there's anything I'm missing here, Arcane Boots on Enchantress. A lot of Arcane on the Dire team, actually. Nothing else really new past that, though. Yeah, once again, Phase Boots, 4-staff as well as the drum, and now an Ogre Club on Invoker. I think that may be his start of his Aghanim Scepter. Him casting a lot of spells will make a nice contribution, but there's the initiation. Blink goes in, Hex as well as Windrunner. There will be a Ward Trap now, and Leaf trying to do as much as he can, but Windrunner will get picked off. She pops the mech before she goes down. Oop, there's the Blink. Great play. Sheep as well on the Axe. Ooh, not able to get the Sprout off, and a great Blink there by Axe is going to keep him alive. Ultimate has been picked up by Sven. EMP as well. Effing Maiden in a lot of trouble. Might get the heal off. Wow. Taking so much damage with that Cold Snap as well as the Battle Hunger, and there's the call now. Trading some good hits. Crystal Maiden might end up going down. I know Nature's Prophet wants that kill, but will he get it? There's Priest Moon, and going to end up splitting. Great Black Hole as well, going to catch the Enchantress, and she will end up going down. Enigma going to drop as well, Axe as well, and now they're going to pursue. It looks like Nature's Prophet has bought back, coming after the Invoker, but Arrow is actually... Oh, wow, that was close. Freezer almost runs into the Arrow. Now changing targets, they're going to find Windrunner, who has bought back. She has a little... I don't know if you guys saw that, but Windrunner's head was sticking out of a pig there. And they will pick her off. Phoenix will possibly survive. Might be able to get Freezer now. Deep in on the mid lane. No, he's not going to do it. They may just transition this into a push. I think we did see a buyback. Nature's Prophet did buy back. But the nice thing about Nature's Prophet dying, he can immediately teleport back into the battle. Did the Aegis drop? No, Mirana has survived. Her HP pretty high. Now being pursued by Freezer. Freezer wants to kill. He's got the Cold Snap. Here comes Cold Snap. One hit. Just one hit. Two hit. Oop, nice dodge. Once again, the Manta style blocking that. And may get Freezer a little bit overly aggressive, and he will get arrowed, but he is invisible, so it's going to be absolutely fine there. And the Dire team will probably back off from that, satisfied with their teamfight win. I think they only lost Enchantress as well as the Mirana. I believe those are the only two heroes. I'm sorry, Nature's Prophet, who bought back, as well as Enchantress. And they ended up killing 4 heroes plus Windrunner twice. They did kill Windrunner twice, I believe, so... Very great plays so far by Dignitas. I'm sorry, from Western Wolves. Dignitas playing well additionally, but they will be able to get that Observer Word. Great counter word from Coco. Still not really a whole lot on him, but Western Wolves able to continue farming. Eagle Song now up on Mirana, sorry. Will she go for something like a Ghost Scepter? Or an Ethereal Blade is what I mean. Ethereal Blade, kind of an interesting Mirana item. Almost guaranteed not to get that, but it'd be kind of fun. It'll probably be a Butterfly, because then Butterfly makes your Manta illusions very good, because Manta illusion damage is based on your primary damage attributes to this 140 here. This is boosted by agility, primarily, as well as, yeah, auras do not boost that. So agility as well as base damage, or your primary attribute. It's not just agility, obviously. So once he gets those, the Butterfly, his Manta illusions are going to have great evasion, they're going to have great damage, and pretty good attack speed as well as Mirana herself being quite survivable against physical damage. And there's actually a lot of physical attacks coming towards her. So Crystal Maiden actually swinging towards the bot lane. It's pretty dangerous, though. If Mirana plays that right, and I expect she will, that's going to be very dangerous. What would happen is Crystal Maiden can drop the Frostbite, which is going to entangle Mirana, but then she can just Manta split out of it and score an easy kill, especially with Leap. So he's going to back on up. I think that's very smart of Coco. That would have been very dangerous. He actually wanted to put a ward down, I'm expecting maybe in this position here. But instead he's going to opt for this one because he knows he can't really get out there for now. So this is going to see the Dire team as they push up towards the bot racks. Really great warding so far. This one's a little peculiar, but kind of doing the same thing. Going to check heroes as they roam past that. And there we go. The Observer Ward absolutely paying off now. It will notice that at least 3 of Western Wolves has shown up. Ooh, there's a gem, though, so they will find it. Gem, easy ward pickup, so lucky for them. And you do always want to buy a gem pretty early on like this, or at least in the mid game when you have this much of an advantage. It's always worth it to spend the 750 gold or the 700 gold. Even if sometimes you do lose it, they can kill wards now. And Sven's going to drop an Observer Ward. Oh no, he's actually going to put the sentry on the high ground. They did have the gem, so maybe he should just put down the Observer, because then they could have brought the gem and checked it out, but that's okay. That's what the sentry wards are for. And now that they've killed that Observer Ward, now Dignitas doesn't even know if Western Wolves is about to push us. It could be Mirana just farming this lane. It could be the rest of them just waiting behind her for the push to come. So it's going to be a Shackle on Leaf on the mid lane. His Black King bar is good. He did actually have that last team fight, I seem to remember. He does have an invisibility as well. Probably going to go for an Enigma Scepter after this point. They will clear up some more neutrals. The farm lead has probably continued. Arrow's actually going to land. He just wanted that CS, I'm sure. That's all. No problem at all. 15k and growing for Western Wolves. They're still looking very strong. They're actually going in on the Priest of the Moon. He's going to do the Cull with a couple of disables. Great Shackle shot, and we're going to see the Culling Blade. That's going to be the Aegis, though, so she is not dead at all. There's the respawn. EMP coming through the Leaf back, and Tornado will actually land on Nature's Prophet. Cold Snap follow-up. Leaf is going in, has not shackled quite yet. Or, I'm sorry, has not warded quite yet. Looks for the trap on Axe, but not able to get it. Ward's going to provide a lot of spins for him. A little dangerous there, and there's the enough damage going to be able to get the kill there. Axe, Enigma, Crystal Maiden falling as well. Effing Mad trying to back off, pops his heal. There's a stun on Freezer now. A couple more nukes goes down, and Freezer will get hexed. A couple more impetus come through, but Axe is going to buy back, doing some good spin now on Sven, and Sven will go down. More damage being done. A lot of buybacks, though. And able to get Axe a second time. Effing Mad is going to survive with 64 HP. Gem is up. She will TP on out. And we'll see Western Wolves maybe try to do some damage to the tower. I don't think they're going to get this Rax by any means, but great team fights so far from them. There's the Sunstrike, very low level Sunstrike though, just a level 2 Sunstrike, only doing 162 damage. It is pure now. Pretty cool stuff. It means it's not reduced by magic or armor. Of course, magic damage is not reduced by armor in the first place, but pure damage does go straight through everything. It's very, very strong. And scales very well throughout the entire game. Alright, 2k gold now on Shadow Shaman. He is getting closer to that Aghanim Scepter. Freezer also has an Aghanim, so he's going to be casting like crazy. 2-second cooldown when you have your Aghanim Scepter and max invoke. That means he's going to be casting up to 4, maybe 5 spells per team fight, depending on how good he is. And Freezer is a very good player. Expect him to be casting at least that many. Looks like he's going to start out with EMP Tornado combos and probably transition into things like Cold Snap, as well as Ice Walls, and maybe even an Alacrity on an allied. Not that there's really a hard carry for their team, but... Ooh, they're going to find Nature's Prophet on the top lane, though, and great Shackle Shot, as well as the Focus Fire. The Sunstrike comes through, but the heals are ridiculous. He is so tanky now. Leaf's going to come in, and this could be really bad for Dignitas now. Able to pick off the Enigma, might get follow-up on the Windrunner as well. A couple more impetus, and there's the EMP counter initiation. Leaf is trying to follow this up, but he's got no mana left over. Priest of the Moon leaps in, does a little bit of damage here, and Freezer going to be doing an Ice Wall. Great job. And that means that they can't actually chase through this unless they get Elite Pass. And Leaf will get the disable, but he doesn't have a Shackle. Completely out of mana there, and there's the Ghost Walk. That could have gone much worse for Dignitas. They were almost able to get that Nature's Prophet, but the heal was just ridiculous. He probably had a full wand, I think. Probably full wand plus a mechanism, and that's about, I think, 475 HP heal. That's a lot of HP, especially when his armor is already so high because of that mechanism. 12 plus 5. Nothing to scoff at all. So able to keep him alive as well as get a kill off on the Enigma. Great plays. Looks like Nature's Prophet immediately started on the Roshan. I can't believe they haven't done this again. But Priest of the Moon will be picking that up. There's the Butterfly finished. 30 agility, 30 damage, 30 attack speed, and 35% evasion. This has been buffed ever since the Heaven's Halberd was introduced in the game. There's the Sunstrike to scout things out. So they will see what's happening, but a little bit of Warcry on the high ground. Once again, applying some nice armor. They will pick him off very shortly. Bracer up on Sven. He is rich as hell. Arrow will be scouting things out. They're actually going to see Come With Me playing the Windrunner once again. And they will clean up the Centaur, but Aegis is picked up by Mirana. They might initiate. There's the Tornado. Start off EMP as well. Going to have to follow up. He's only going to catch the Enchantress, so might be able to pick her off before she gets the heal up. A nice mech Leon is on top of the ice wall, and a great black hole going to catch 2 heroes. That's Leaf in there, even though he's the Black King Bara. Not able to get the disables off. Going after Enigma now. He's taking pretty good damage. Phoenix will have a stun in 3 seconds, but the Lightning will get the kill. Immediate blink up on Coco with a little bit of creep blocking and a shackle follow-up. Coco in a lot of trouble, and the stuns will land 4-0 team fight. That is the advantage of having this much more gold. Almost 20,000 gold advantage. It is nothing that Dignitas can do about it now. They're just so far behind. Are we going to see a shackle? No, they're just going to go for the regular push. Sentry Ward will drop power shot, slowing this down a little bit. But the Dire team will push uphill. Butterfly able to do tons of damage. He's going to trade hits with the Windrunner. There's the sheep now. There's their head sticking out of the pig once again. It's happened again, and she will get picked off. Not able to activate Windrunner in time, and she will buy back immediately. Tower's going to go down. Creeps will be shortly followed afterwards. Power shot from Windrunner now do a little bit of damage here. Arrow's going to come through. It does land. 4-second disable. Follow-up coming. Stun from Sven. Is she going to get Windrunner? Nothing yet. And a couple hits there. Great play, but the mech is going to save her. Just barely surviving. The impetus not doing actually any damage there. And another power shot. Melee barracks. Range barracks. Close save. But they still lose the Rex. Western Wolves going to back up. Heal from this. Buy their upcoming items. And then most likely transition to an immediate another push. They have such gold advantage, I don't even think that it's a big deal if they try 5v5. It's hypothetically a little scary because of not only Invoker, but Enigma Black Hole, as well as Axe, who actually does have a great AoE disable. But they are so far behind in gold that even at this point, with perfect initiations from Dignitas, I don't think they could win the game. Or win a team fight, which is really what would happen. They are at the disadvantage now where they'd have to win probably 3 to 4 completely one-sided team fights before they could come back from this. And to make matters even worse, they don't even have a hard carry or a semi-carry. They have an Axe and a Windrunner and maybe an Invoker, but they're probably not going to be getting damage items anytime soon. And Windrunner's been dying too much, unfortunately. She's not even close to something like a Sheepstick. 3-7-4, not a good game for Dignitas so far. 13 to 33 kill deficit. Not fun. Nature's Prophet will keep ulting though. The rest of the team continuing to farm. There's an Aghanim Scepter up for the Shadow Shaman, so his ward's now doing about, I think they do about 100 damage apiece. This tooltip is not actually accurate. And Nature's Prophet actually going for BKB, a little interesting. Not the most common Nature's Prophet item choice, but that will keep him magic immune against a lot of these disables, mainly Cold Snap, very, very nasty in team fights, as well as Tornado, Shackle Shots, things like that. Nature's Prophet will not have to worry about that anymore. He's actually going to miss that Satyr Trickster, but he's going to TP somewhere. It looks like he's going to the bot lane. And he will clean that up absolutely fine. Handamite is still on him. Let's check out his gold per minute, actually. If we look at some gold numbers here for the game so far. Gold per minute, Nature's Prophet, he is at 522, highest in the game. Farming harder than Mirana, farming harder than Shadow Shaman. That is partially that Handamitis, and also partially the fact that he can teleport with a 20-second cooldown. It's very good. Similar, just going everywhere that needs to be gone to. Arrow's going to come through. Wow, we'll actually land on Enigma. I don't think they're going to follow up on it. They're just going to roll up to the high ground, maybe drop wards down. Maybe just wait for another arrow. I'm not quite sure. Just going to hit the tower from the low ground a little bit. It's going to be decent damage. Done to Shakska now. He does have a Demon Edge picked up, possibly for an MKB. Probably going to be an MKB guaranteed, because that'll give him True Strike through Windrunner's Windrun. That means he can attack straight through it, and it still hits no matter what arrow comes through now. Man, these arrows are so good. Holy crap. Tornado's going to land. There's the Meteor. Lion follows up. Going to go on Leaf. How much damage can they do to Leaf? If they can pick him off immediately, there's the BKB now. Wards go down. And wow, Axe died so fast. But the Black Hole will catch 4 heroes. Effing mad on the outside. And they may be able to kill the Enigma, but there's the mech as well. And it looks like Sven will go down immediately. EMP lands as well. Going to drain some mana. But Dignitas still got to back up. Are they going to get Shakska? It's just going to be an Aegis, though, and Coco's still alive. Freezer might be in a little trouble. Nice Shackle, going to catch those 2 heroes to each other, and that might be what exactly they need, but the mech is going to save them. Effing Mad will survive. Come with me, over aggressive now, and he may get picked off. There's ulti by Nature's Prophet, and a Shackle, and wow, Western Wolves going to barely squeak through. Ultra kill for the Priest of the Moon. He will die, but he is going to respawn as well, and going to clear this creep wave out very, very shortly. Tower down to 170. The Sunstrike is going to miss just barely on the Nature's Prophet. I don't think it would have gotten the kill anyways. Only doing 285, 287 here. And a couple last hits. Looks like no head poking out of the pig this time. The Hex as well as the Force from Invoker will back him up. He's going to drop down the Chaos Meter trying to stop this, but the melee barracks is down. Ranged will fall as well, and that's a 2 racks disadvantage now. There's the Chaos Meteor. A couple hits. Impetus, I'm sorry. There's a Malefice as well. Shadow Shaman going to back up from that one. A little worried about dying. He's pretty low HP here. Crystal Maiden trying to make something happen, but with the Entangle, is there the follow-up? Yeah, the Impetus is going to get the last hit. And Mirano will going to clean up the rest of it. 2,800 gold. Very, very close to MKB. Dignitas surely going to win this game, but they're going to finally call good game, well played. They've had enough, apparently. There's the Sheep once again on Invoker. Follow-up coming very shortly. And there's the Impetus, second Impetus. No, Freezer still alive here. Is he going to survive? A couple hits now. Stun on the Windrunner. Follow-ups from that, but Windrunner's so survivable, as well as the high armor now on Windrunner. Arrow will actually miss on the Enigma, but there will be follow-up from Leaf playing that Shadow Shaman. Once again, Shackled coming. No Shackle yet. No mana picked up. And Windrunner just tanking. Phoenix is going for it, but she is being healed up. There's the Impetus and a couple bursts, and they will actually finally pick her off. So it's going to be the end of the mid towers. Shadow Shaman does not have the mana for his ulti. Another good game calling from Western Wolves, and the rest of the Radiant team is now disconnecting. So Western Wolves going to take the win here in the Star Series game. Crystal Maiden trying hard for the kill, but Nature's Prophet just too survivable, especially with the spec pickup here. Really great plays. The Blink Culling Blade cuts him in half. He gets at least a little bit out of that. 465 golden. Axe actually very good at clearing creeps. No Vanguard picked up quite yet, but that's going to give him some bonus armor here. And a little bit of a earn, but the damage from effing Mad. He's actually out of the mana, but the ulti from Nature's Prophet will clean up. And that is going to be it, guys. That is it for my broadcast for the day. I don't believe there are any games coming up after this, but I can render this immediately, possibly upload it this afternoon. I'm going to take a break, though. Do a couple other things. I will have some coaching sessions coming up tonight in approximately 4 to 5 hours, I believe. I don't know how long those will be, but possibly a while. So if you guys want to check that out, come back to the stream tonight, or go follow me on Facebook or Twitter. It is facebook.com/purgegamers or twitter.com/purgegamers. That's the best time to find out when I am streaming, or you can just follow me when I stream and you'll get an email whenever I do end up starting that up. So thanks for watching, guys. Also go check out ghostygamers.net for all of your esports news and GoSuBet coverage, so you guys can bet on fun matches like this. So thanks for watching, and finally, my website, purgegamers.com. I know that's tons of stuff to plug, and I have a YouTube channel, but I'm just going to leave it at that. There's so many things I could plug. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be done for the night, but once again, I'll be back in 4 or 5 hours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.